Here are some of the games for next week's lineup for college football. Now, all of these games have top 25 implications. It's just too hard to go through the games that don't. So now you look at a team like Coastal Carolina playing Citadel. Should they win? Yes. Utah playing Weber State? Yes. Ohio State playing Minnesota. In Minnesota, 13.5-point favorites. Now, should they win this game? Yes. Will they win it by 13.5 points? Who knows? Southern Utah and ASU. ASU being a top 25 school is a little bit surprising, but I understand it's the beginning of the season. Then we have North Carolina and Virginia Tech. This is going to be another game that's probably going to be a little bit closer than it should be. UNC is 3.5-point favorites. And then to round out this list, we have Oklahoma playing in Tulane, and they are 28.5-point favorites. Are they going to win that game? Most likely. Does Spencer Rattler want to put his case to be a Heisman Trophy winner and the first pick? Probably this would be the game. This upcoming Saturday in college football. Now, most of the heavy hitters are playing, which is very nice. We have football back. Oklahoma starting against Tulane. What version of Spencer Rattler will we get? Will Oklahoma finally break through, and will this be their year like we've been hearing for the past 5 years or so? We shall see. Penn State playing Wisconsin. Here's another two teams that every year when they play, we hear that this is their year. Unfortunately for them, one team has to lose, and Wisconsin being 4.5-point favorites is a little bit more than home field. I think that Wisconsin should win this game, but I wouldn't be all that surprised if Penn State won it. Fresno State playing Oregon. Fresno State opened up this week with a win, a pretty convincing win. Now, was the team Oregon caliber? No. Oregon being 20-point favorites, could they have a letdown in this game? Absolutely. The biggest disrespectful way to open up your season is if you're Miami. You're playing Alabama, and you're playing on a neutral site in a place where Alabama doesn't lose. Alabama is 18.5-point favorites, and I'm surprised this line isn't a lot higher because I have a very strong suspicion they are going to put a world of hurt on the Miami Hurricanes. Then we have Miami of Ohio playing Cincinnati. Cincinnati was like a Cinderella school last year. Same thing with Coastal Carolina, where these teams kind of, I can't say came out of nowhere, but exceeded expectations. They're 23-point favorites over Miami of Ohio. They should win that game convincingly. Another Cinderella school, so to speak, for last year was Indiana. They play Iowa. Iowa's another one of these schools where some games they show up and some games they don't. They have a 3.5-point favorite, so a little bit more than home field. I wouldn't be all that surprised if Indiana won this game. Then we get Northern Iowa versus Iowa State. Iowa State should win this game. They've on the come up. Then we get the team that everyone talks about every single year, and it's Texas. And it's almost ad nauseum. Then they play Louisiana. And Louisiana was another one of those schools where it was like, are they going to be good? Are they going to be bad? Because this is not LSU. This is Louisiana. Texas is 8-point favorites. This would be a good way to kind of open up their season with a win against the top 25 team, but will Louisiana even be in the top 25 at the end of the year? Then we have San Jose State playing another one of these schools who every year for the past 10 years we've been hearing are supposed to be good and this is their year, and that's USC. And USC is 14-point favorites over a team who's already played and already won and already blew out whoever they played. Now, I understand that the competition wasn't the same as USC, but I wouldn't be surprised if San Jose State won this game outright, let alone with the points. So here's some of the games, and let's see how Vegas does with these lines.
Baby, I like it raw.